Okay. Yeah, okay, a lot of good progress here. I think, I would repeat what I said last time, which is that this is too long and you should really focus on just doing a quality job on a portion of the animation. Because, yeah, you've got 17 seconds and really you just want to be doing between 5 and 10. So I'd much rather see like a quality job on 5 to 10 seconds of this. Like, right, for example, you could do up to this point, and then save all this other stuff. You've got a lot of foot sliding stuff going on around here. Remember that only one foot can move at a time. You can't move both simultaneously. There's always going to be one foot planted. And there's a lot of just jerky, quick movement. We can take a look at that. Lighting wise, we're pretty even lighting here. I mean, I like the effect lighting with the glowing object. And I like that there's some light source coming from the portal. But besides that, it does the scene as a whole. It doesn't have a sense of, is it morning, is it night, is it sunlit, is it, you know what I mean? You've got this interesting sky, this sort of sunset sky, but that isn't really represented in how the rest of the scene is lit. And so I feel like you should have kind of an overall lighting where there's shadows being cast. I mean, I guess I see some, looks like some of the trees are casting shadows, but it just has this, apart from the portal and the glowing object, it has this kind of pretty even lighting. I guess I see a little bit of cast shadow in there, but I guess I would expect more kind of contrast. But yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I like that this effect here where she's really lit by that and the color contrast that's going on there. Let's just see what. Yeah, there's an awful lot of light. So stone light. Oh, sky dome, which isn't. I don't know how well that's gonna work for like a hardware render. Does that do anything? Oh, you've got all these cameras. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I really just would have done one camera with the. I'm just gonna undo. Yeah, I don't think that sky dome is doing anything for you. So yeah, so if this is supposed to be the sun, let's just for fun, let's hide everything but the sun. Give it a second to update. Okay. Let's see what it says the shadows are on. Kind of funny and hard to believe that that's just that one. Oh, interesting. Okay. And where is this light? Just inside of here, it's pointing at that angle. See, I guess the other thing is, I think part of the reason is if it is sunrise or sunset with that very pink orange cloud, that the sun would be at much more of an angle, like closer to parallel with the set, and you'll get a much different look now. Not really. Why does that not seem to be doing anything? Oh, am I not on? Oh, that would help. Okay, sorry. Okay, see now I'm starting to get some of the feeling of, you know, a little bit of the drama and some of the feeling of the, because of the lower angle, and that kind of matches the look of the sky where you have all those pink clouds and we're at either sunrise or sunset, and you have some more dramatic cast shadows and stuff. And then let's try like putting some of these on. Um, just taking my minute to update those lights. Yeah, yeah, and then the color contrast stuff's even better now because of the, so you know. So yeah, I mean that seemed to go a long way. Okay. Yeah, and I like how she's very blue here compared to the more kind of yellowy orange sun color. Cool. But I think before, when the light was pointed straight down, it was a little more flat and even. Yeah, so I mean, we could spend a bunch of time like looking at, you know, getting these feet locked down. I mean, I'll do an example just so you. Oof, there's a lot of keyframes here. But yeah, I mean, stuff like you can't just do like that, right? Like that. How does the character move from here to there? You have to take steps. You can't just sort of levitate and glide around. And so there's a lot of that going on here. You're just missing too many poses. And it sort of goes back to, don't try to do 17-second animation in this class. This is not possible to do a good job at it. Yeah, and so you can't have these feet moving at the same time. So let's use this as an example. I'll select this foot, and let's say that one stays planted, and then I'll middle mouse click here to change the time without changing the position, and I'll set a keyframe there, and that should keep that foot planted. Oops, did I do it at the wrong time? Oh, sorry, it's between here and here. So let's try that again. Go to that. Let me just zoom in here a little bit. Go to that previous keyframe, middle mouse click on this one, and set a keyframe. That'll lock it down there. And by the way, the other foot's going through the floor. So, I mean, I think we'd have to make some other adjustments, keeping in mind, where is the root control anyway? Wow, you've left it behind. So normally you move the character around by the root, but you must have used the waist, so you've kind of lost the control in the process, which is a shame. But anyway, yeah, so kind of have to move that here, make sure there's like a bend in the knee. Alright, so you know, it's starting to look better, right, with that one foot locked. But I think the other thing is you might need a pose in between, because maybe you need something to, like, I might shift the weight forward here to kind of take the weight off of this foot, and then I'm just trying to, I'm like acting this out here. How would I do that? Oh, I think what you do is yeah, let's sort of, if we shift the weight forward first, and then while we're doing that, maybe, I think the key thing is to get the foot kind of positioned. We need to. There. Right. Okay. I mean, that works just for this part, right up to here, but you need to put that kind of time into all of these poses and all of these transitions. And this just needs, there's like 3 or 4 or 5 more poses between here and there to get her from here to there. You can't just, slide and levitate there. So that's starting to look like something up to here, but that's a whole, and again, there's just not, I don't think there's time to make all of that look good. I mean, that the amount of animation, you could spend the last couple weeks just on animation and you still wouldn't finish at a high level of quality in the time we have, and there's all the rendering to do and stuff. So do some animation, pick a portion of this, and I think closer to the beginning, and get that animation right and focus on lighting and rendering that, instead of trying to do 17 seconds.